Stop record. L under anti-nomen. To move to an item, press the arrow keys. L under anti-nomen.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm Blind Ohio Gamer, and today we're checking out the audio game Hell Hunter Antinomen. Now, this is a game that I've been following for a while. Kind of excited about it since it is the first time that I've seen a game that was more horror, that has RPG elements. That's an audio game. So we're going to check it out and do a little bit of a playthrough and see how good the game is. Alright, so hit that subscribe button for me and tap that notification bell, and we're going to dive right in. So right now I'm at the main menu.
New game.
And we're going to go into check out some of these things that they have here.
Load game. Credits. Exit game. New game.
Alright, so that's what you have. There's no options. It's kind of weird, but alright, so we're gonna go into new game.
Enter.
The story of Elian, the vampire hunter, is about to start. You can skip cutscenes by pressing Control for 2 seconds. Move among the options in the pause menu with the left and right arrow keys. Then press Control to select an option. Use the right and left arrow to explore the environment, forward and backwards. Use the Control key to examine the interactive elements, spacebar to open the pause menu, and the I key to access the inventory. During battle, press the up arrow key to attack, press the left, right, or down arrow key to dodge. Use the spacebar to drink a blood vial, and Control to hear Elian's health amount. Very well. That is all you need to know in order to survive. Good luck. Our story takes place in our days, in a place located somewhere in Transylvania. In a world where technology has spread worldwide, mankind can't even imagine that vampires and all the creatures of the night actually exist. Some of them even manage to integrate into society. Elian is a Dampier, the son of a vampire and a human. He became a vampire hunter a long time ago. Now Elian is inside the pub of a village. After a long career as a vampire hunter, the day has finally come. Today, Elian will hunt Dracula, the Lord of Darkness. Nothing will change until Dracula disappears. The dusk is about to end, and his drink as well. It's almost time to leave. A modern pub frequented by young people. At the moment, there's some catchy music playing. The only thing out of place is Elian, and he knows that. It's time to go. You have reached pub. You opened the inventory page. No items in your inventory. Press backspace to go back to the menu page. You opened the menu page. Press backspace to go back to the map. Life points. Quit game. Life points. Experience points. Inventory. Instructions.
Enter.
You can skip cutscenes by pressing Control for 2 seconds. Move among the options in the pause menu with the left and right arrow
Escape.
keys. Then press Game progression. Quit game. Life points.
Land.
You're back in the map.
Land. Land.
To the village. Glass. Bartender. Glass. Elian's favorite booze was inside it. Was. Not enough to hinder his job anyway. Bartender. Glass.
Space.
You opened the menu page. Press backspace to... You're back in the map. Bartender. Elian pays the bartender. Now he can go. Bag. Inside Elian's wide bag there are many ancient weapons, like the legendary vampire's bane sword. But, especially nowadays, it's not a good idea to show them in public. Elian is officially a hunter, but actually he also hunts creatures of the night, like vampires. In any case, he still draws people's attention. Young guy. Young woman. To the village. Glass. Bartender. Bag.
Okay, so it said I could leave, but there's a young guy and a young woman, and I'm going to see what it says when I interact with them.
Young guy. The guy gets close to Elian and asks him to take a selfie with him. Elian's glare is more than enough to make him desist. Young woman. That woman sat by the bar seems more interested in taking a photo of her drink and publishing it on her blog than actually drinking it. To the village.
Alright, so that seems to be it. So, to the village. So, the impression that I'm getting from this game so far is that it's not very open world. It gives you a sense of having multiple paths, but really it's only one path, which is, you know, like to leave to go to the village, but there were things in here, you know, so that you could do stuff, but it doesn't actually add to the entirety of the game, which is it's kind of poor, right? So it would be nice if some of these options actually mattered to the story, like for instance the, you know, the person of the guy, you know, had something to do with like the actual quest, or gave you a hint about the quest, or anything like that, you know, like anything like that would be cool. But this stuff is just, it's like, it's almost as if I didn't talk to the girl or interact with the girl or the guy, it wouldn't really matter to the entirety of the story. So that's what I'm feeling about this first part in the game. Alright, so we're gonna continue on.
It's a calm place compared to most cities these days, yet technology has arrived even here. Elian can see on the horizon Dracula's castle. Humans can't see it, but he's a Dampier, and that's his destination. You have reached village.
Okay, so that whole thing there where he just said, you know, like about him being a Dampier and stuff, that's cool. But I don't really know what a Dampier is, so you know that's that. That's pretty interesting. Also, you know, some kind of footsteps to show that he was traveling. Just sound effects, just footsteps of someone walking as the narrator was talking, would have been, you know, cool. Just to keep you in, you know, sort of like in the game. You know what I mean? Like not to break the bubble and everything like that. All right. So let's see what we can do here.
Citizens. Fountain. Meta guy. To the pub. To the castle of Dracula. Citizens. People go back and forth, unaware that the castle of Dracula is visible, even from here. Actually, some of them wouldn't notice it, even if it was visible to humans, since their head is bent toward their smartphones as they walk.
Another thing I think is actually kind of cool about this game is that they're blending a lot of myth with modern day life, so that's actually kind of cool. I like that.
Fountain. A meeting point for people. Even in this village, technology has arrived, after all.
Okay, that didn't really make any sense. It said the fountain was a meeting place for people, even though in this village technology has arrived after all. What does that mean?
A meeting point for people. Even in this village, technology has arrived, after all. Meta guy. A strange guy who wears a hood. He gets close to Elian and introduces himself as Meta guy. Then he tells him that he will give Elian some good advice. First of all, he tells him that the secret of a good exploration is to examine an object many times, possibly later. Meta guy also asks Elian if he knows what turning around means. Elian is a bit perplexed. The guy goes on to say that it means that if he explores a map going forward and right after he goes backward, that means that he has turned around. The same happens if he goes backward and then forward. He urges Elian not to forget this advice. To the pub. To the castle of Dracula. Citizens, to the castle. What Elian sees when he enters is a huge room with a gothic look. 4 strong creatures are waiting for him, but Elian doesn't hesitate and draws his sword. His glare is just as sharp. You have reached main hall. To the library. Entrance door. Dark night. Dragon. Giant armor. Manticore. Statue. To the library. Entrance door.
Alright, so it looks like we can't go back. Maybe the entrance door?
There's no reason to turn back. Dracula is here, and Elian is ready for the battle.
Alright, so...
To the library. Statue. A huge and majestic statue of a gargoyle is placed in the center of the hall. Elian won't let his guard down. It could be an actual monster. Manticore. Manticore is approaching Elian, a giant creature with a human face, the body of a lion, and a long scorpion tail. Monsters that can attack from many directions or that can grab Elian can be defeated faster dodging them, rather than with brute force. The battle begins. The battle ends. Elian gains 150 experience points. Elian gets Blood Vial. Press Control to continue.
So, that was pretty terrible. Like, okay, so, like, I could hear it moving sometimes from left to right, but I wasn't exactly sure when it was attacking and when it wasn't. It was sort of like, for those people who have played Space Invaders, right? You see or you hear, like the or you see the ships on the top of the screen, and they're moving left to right, and you're shooting at them. That's how I felt. Like, it was just like that. Like, that combat, I mean, I don't want to be negative, but that combat was pretty bad. And I beat the thing and I didn't even know what I was doing. So, alright, so it would have been nice to have some sort of tutorial, combat tutorial, to sort of show like what you're supposed to do. I know it said left, right, back to like dodge, and then forward to strike. So yeah, that's just kind of weird. I don't know.
Statue. Giant armor. Dragon. Dark Knight. Entrance door. There's no reason to turn back.
Alright, so
Dracula is here, and Elian is ready for the battle. To the library.
let's go to the library.
Elian won't be able to pass, not while the Dark Knight guards the way.
Alright, so that combat was so bad, I don't even want to go back into combat. That's how bad it was.
Entrance door,
Right.
Dark Knight.
So let's go and see about this Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight waits next to the door, with his arms folded. It seems like he will wait his turn, after Elian wins against the other 3 monsters.
Alright, so
Dragon, giant armor, statue, giant armor. Giant living armor starts to move. It raises its shield with the left arm. His blade in the other hand points toward Elian. Monsters like this have to be defeated with brute force, and they are resistant too. They are strong, but slower than other monsters. The battle begins.
So like, okay.
The battle ends.
Like, I don't think
Alien
I've
gains
ever played
200 experience
a
points.
game
Press
where the
control to
combat
continue.
was, like, so weird. Like even in like that audio game, The Veil, which is I'm kind of thinking this is sort of like, but The Veil, it was a lot easier and you knew kind of like what you were doing because of the sound, right? So you could move left, you could move right, and then when you wanted to strike, you could hear it and stuff like that. Like, this game is weird. Alright, so I guess I beat that one. I don't know how, but I guess I beat it.
Statue. Dragon. A dragon stands before Elian. He's charging his fire breath and prepares to burn him to ashes. This is a versatile type of monster. Brute force is required to win, and he's not slow. On the other hand, his strength is medium. This enemy has a special attack called Deadly Attack. This is a sudden attack that an enemy can use during the battle. When you hear this sound, the enemy is doing his deadly attack. You can dodge it like any other attack, but if you get hit, the attack is usually stronger, and it can apply extra effects like strengthening the enemy or weakening Elian for a period of time. The extra effects can be of many kinds, and some of them can be applied by the enemy even without hitting Elian with a deadly attack. The battle ends. Elian gains 250 experience points. Elian gets Blood Vial. Press control to continue.
I don't know. Like, it's almost like you don't really have to have any skill to do this combat. You just press the buttons. Like, it's, you know, like, it's not even like you have to really hear where the monster is or anything like that. Like, I hear it going from left to right, but it's almost like you don't really, like, that doesn't really matter because you just hit up. And I guess he like attacks. So yeah, that's one thing I'm, you know, probably not gonna like about this game as it goes further in, is if this is an example of the skills that are needed to play this game, then it'll get boring to me because there's no skill needed. All right, so heading on.
Statue. To the library. Dark Knight.
Alright, so finally we get to the night.
The Dark Knight now gets his lance and is ready to fight. He seems quite confident, and fast as well. Enemies like this are faster, even if less strong. The battle begins. Elian is defeated. Seems like this is the end. Press the right arrow to go back to the main menu.
I'm surprised I didn't die a lot faster than that. Like I said, I had no clue what the heck I was
Press
doing
the
in
right
combat.
arrow to go back.
So
Hellhunter. Anti-Nomen. Move among the options in the main menu with the left and right arrow keys. Then press Control to select an option.
the description of this game said it had RPG elements that kind of excited me because I really like RPGs and horror. I was like, oh man, this is gonna be really cool. But yeah, it's not exactly what I was thinking. So I'm going to
New game.
I guess I don't know if I gotta go to a new game or
Load game.
or if it auto-saved. Not really sure. Let's see if it auto-saved. Okay, so no.
Credit. Load game.
So there was no save. So that sucks.
New game.
So we gotta go all the way back to the beginning of the game. Alright. So my initial impressions of this game are not very positive. I'm just gonna say that right out the bat. I haven't played the entirety of the game yet, and I will after I finish, if I beat it, because like I said, it's not really about the difficulty of the game, it's about if the content in the game is good enough to keep me wanting to play it. And if I do beat the game, then I will do ending impressions on this game as well. But I mean, we'll just sort of see what happens with that. So hit that subscribe button for me, hit that notification bell. If you like the content, hit the like button, and I will catch you guys later. Alright, I'm Blind Ohio Gamer.
The story of Elian, the vampire hunter. A modern pub frequented by young people. At the moment, there's some catchy music playing. The only thing out of place is Elian, and he knows that. It's time to go.
JAWS for Windows. Folder view list view. JAWS 2019. 6 of 13. The move. Ops 26.1.164-bit Windows profile. Untitled scenes. Untitled. To move the item, press the arrow keys. Ops 26.1.164-bit space. Ops 26.1.164. Ops 26. Ops 26.1. Ops 26.1.164-bit Windows profile. Untitled scenes. Untitled. Controls. Studio mode checkbox not checked. Ops 26.1.164-bit Windows profile. Untitled scenes. Untitled. Controls. Start streaming checkbox not checked. Check press space. Ops 26.1.164-bit Windows profile. Untitled scenes. Untitled. Controls. Stop recording checkbox checked. To clear checkmark press space bar.